it's hard to have that balancing act. Now, how many of you, just by a show of hands, you're that person that someone calls in the middle of the night? Yeah? You're that girlfriend that a lot of you ladies are talking about. And you see the phone ring and you want to answer it. But in a lot of times you go ahead and answer it, don't you? Mm-hmm. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you out here in the audience, you're that person that everyone goes to at work? Even though you have a supervisor, you may have a boss, but you're doing the job of 3 people with the salary of half a person. Show of hands? So I say all that to say this: you've got to put yourself in adult timeout. And what that means is just designating a me day, just a day to rest, relax, and recharge. And I want you guys to put it on your calendar. Because the thing is, you only get 1 year. And it's not about just this physical body. This is just a shell. When I take people to surgery, I tell them all the time, this is just scratching the surface. You have a mental, emotional, and spiritual. And when all that is in balance, the rest will follow. And when it's out of balance, when it's out of balance, then the body will start to misbehave itself. And one of the things that touched me, we were talking backstage about how she moved from awareness to action. She realized what was going on in her life, and she has the rest of her life ahead of her. And I shared with her, she reminded me of a patient. I'll call her Miss Smith. That's not her real name. But Miss Smith is 100 years old. And I treated her for breast cancer. She did great. And she's a very spry 100-year-old. So she come in the office and she's ready to go. And one day she was dragging. I was like, you know, Miss Smith, are you okay? And I said, you know what? You got to get back to you. And she started crying. And I was like, well, what's wrong, Miss Smith? And she grabbed my hand and she looked me in the eye. Oh, they're so dramatic. So she has my undivided attention. What's going on? And she said, Dr. Speedy, I never got to me. She said, I'm 100 years old and I have 4 children. I raised all of my sons. I'm married. I was a teacher and I raised all these children. And I never got to me. I can't tell you what I like, what I don't like. And I'm so proud of you for moving from awareness to action. And she said she never found her it. And I encouraged her and said, listen, you were a teacher, a wife, a mother. You help everyone else find their it. Right. But I want to impress upon you guys the importance of finding your it and knowing that you matter. And you've got to put yourself first. And saying no, a lot of us, we feel guilty. How many feel guilty for saying no? How many of you are here and you're really supposed to be other places? Right. But you committed to be here. But you have to understand that saying no to others is saying yes to you. And you matter.